All right, let me get MGS into the console here. You're gonna get flashbanged by 4 icons at once here, so be aware of that. Move Tetris Forever. I was like wondering where the box was, and I forgot. I got Capcom Fighting Collection 2 after I got that collection. So let's put that there. Slip this in. And hello? There we go. 5 icons, excuse me. So, fun little fact about this. Essentially, you know, people are up in arms about the game key card thing for the Switch 2. That's essentially what the Metal Gear Solid collection on Switch 1 is. The only thing included on the cartridge of this collection is Metal Gear Solid 1. 2, 3, the MSX games, and the bonus stuff, which includes the 2 NES games. Those all had to be downloaded. This is the only thing. This is the only data that's actually on the cartridge, but you still need the cartridge to play these. That said, you know, it works exactly like the game key card works, where if you give it to someone else, it lets them download it as long as they have the card. So, you know, I'm a little miffed about people referring, because today I watched a Kit and Krista video about all the third-party games coming out, and they're like, oh, it's available both physically and digitally, but physically it's a game key card, then it's not physical. The only thing physical is the key to unlock it. The game is still digital. Don't say it's a physical game. Let's not try to gas these up. They're not great. They're not terrible, but they're not great. Final Fantasy X-2 was like that as well. What I can't quite figure out is whether you need to have the key card inserted like normal in order to play. Yes, you do. Hey, Mark. For all intents and purposes, the game key card acts as a physical cartridge. The only difference is that the game itself is not on the cartridge. You have to download it, and then the cartridge can play it. That sounds like a downgrade from just buying it digitally, and if you're playing it, if you're only getting it for yourself, then yes, it is a downgrade. If you're sharing it with other people, it's not necessarily a downgrade, because that means they could still download it with the key card on another system and play it. But at the same time, you know, there's going to inevitably come a day when these services all shut down. So, like, in 20 years from now, when you can't download stuff off the eShop anymore, all those game key cards are pointless unless the console already has the data for the game on it. So, it's not even, and you know what, it's less about the availability of the games long term and more about the storage space. Essentially, everything from for this upcoming generation is essentially putting the storage space onus on us, which means it's up to us to buy micro SD Express cards. It's on us to make sure we have enough space to hold the stuff. The Switch 2 has more space on it, but so much stuff is digital now, it's going to get filled up anyway. If you buy third-party games, even if you buy the game key cards, your hard drive on the Switch is going to fill up super quickly. Especially if you're transferring over data from your other console and don't have micro SD Express cards, like me. I have a 500 gigabyte card in this Switch, and I'm not going to be able to transfer everything over to the Switch 2 on launch, because there's just not enough storage space for it. So it's a bit of a mess, and, people aren't super happy about it. It's not the worst thing in the world, but, all that, plus all the pricing bullshit, it's just pushing people to a point where they just don't want to deal with this anymore, and I could totally understand that. Cardboard Fallout 76 disc. Oh, I forgot about that. Such bullshit I want to bring up, yeah. Hey, Robo Bunny. Straight downgrade for you. At least with X2 it was better than how it was in the Vita version, where 10.2 is a download code, so fuck if you used it. You got it used like you did. Yeah, I mean, that was on purpose, I think. To, deter used games. Again, I'm not saying this isn't manageable, and I'm not saying, 20 years from now we're probably not going to have a solution to all this. Every game that's going to come out is going to be backed up online somewhere. You're going to be able to get whatever you want. Pirate it, play it however you want. I personally don't look, I support game preservation. I support voting with your wallet. I support doing whatever you want to do with either your system or with the tools you have on hand to play games. Saying I'm anti-emulation would be so hypocritical of me, because I've streamed so many games through emulators, even if I already own them. So, that's not the stance I want to take on all that. But yeah, it's rough. It's rough, and we're entering a period of time where the gaming industry is not only collapsing, but it's getting gated. It's getting gated to people who just have tons of money, and yeah, that's kind of it. Either the consumer with tons of money to buy the games, or the CEO with tons of money from screwing over the developers. So there you go. That's where we are right now, and unfortunately, things aren't looking good, and I don't know like how that's going to change in the future. I'm not a gaming analyst. I'm not I don't have control over that stuff. I'm just a guy who buys a bunch of games discounted after a while. This collection was like $15, and I figured why the fuck not. Anyway, this turned into like a 6-minute ramble. So I'm going to go ahead and start Metal Gear Solid 2 in just a second.